I found you're in a variety kind of movies and TV shows, you know. And then, what film or TV program did you enjoy most being in there?
Being in where?
Being in the show or movie.
And what did I enjoy most about my
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't done a lot of, I like doing Cinderella. I like doing Cinderella because I was so excited about being the first African-American Cinderella. I felt like a hero. Got a chance to work with Whitney Houston. And I think what topped it off was doing the movie with Diana Ross. That movie was done in 3 weeks. It was a lot of work, but being with Diana Ross, it took away some of the hard work and made it a lot of fun because I was so in awe of her that I got a chance to be with her every day for 12 hours straight. So I had the best times with her. I got a chance to ask her questions about life and about the Jacksons and about the Supremes. You know, I got a chance to ask her a lot of questions that a fan would normally ask her, you know, because I am a fan. So that was a great project for me to do also. I loved working with Diana Ross.
Weren't you ever nervous being with such a superstar like Diana Ross and Miss Whitney Houston and?
I don't think I've ever been nervous about, you know, something that I know how to do. You know, I know how to be professional. The thing that I'm scared about most is being a fan, because when I meet stars, I go completely insane. You know, I like get really crazy. I start screaming, and I start to make people feel uncomfortable. Like Whitney had to tell me a lot of times, you know, Brandy, you can't treat me like I'm Whitney Houston on the set, because I'll just be, you know, into her face and just asking her about her makeup, anything. I'm just off like that when it comes to celebrities. But once I get into acting and once I start singing, that's what I'm doing, and nothing else matters. You know what I mean? Because I know that Miss Ross is going to be on her job. I know that Whitney Houston's going to be on her job. So I definitely have to be on mine. And I'm not intimidated at all, which is a good thing that I think I've learned from my parents and the way I've been raised. But I'm a crazed fan. Otherwise, you know, I'm on my job. I'm on the money. Otherwise.
And also, you've worked so many famous producers too, like Mr. Quincy or Mr. Foster, Mr. Jerkins, and you know all those, you know, like the producers everybody admire.
Yeah.
And then, how did you like working with them? Which was the most memorable?
Well, of course, Quincy Jones. Mr. Quincy Jones, he's the man. You know, he's worked with everybody, and you know, I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson, and he has had a lot to do with Michael Jackson being successful. And working Quincy Jones, he has the most down-to-earth attitude. It's so funny because the more accomplishments that these producers have, the more down-to-earth they seem to be. You know, like Quincy Jones has a great relationship with my dad. David Foster is like the richest, nicest guy I've ever met. You know, he's like really nice, and he really takes time out to help you sing better so you can have a #1 record. Because he's had many of #1 records he doesn't need anymore. He doesn't need any more money, you know, so it's like what he's doing it to help you. And I knew that. And Rodney Jerkins, we just clicked. You know, we have that bond because we're the same age. Rodney wants to make a lot of people happy. He wants to help make a lot of people famous. He's not doing music for the money. He's doing it because he loves it. And we have that in common. And so we work together great. And he wanted to take what I've gone through in life and make it music, make my music all about me. And that's what he did, and no producer has ever done that but Rodney. And through that, I developed a great relationship with other writers and producers, and you know, I'm blessed to have those 3 great producers that I've worked with. Babyface also, Keith Crouch, so many great producers that I've had a chance to work with. So I didn't do it by myself. It had a lot to do with other people also.
Okay. Well, now I'd like to talk about your second album, and then you've had the 4-year gap between the first album, Brandy, and then I assume that you experienced so many things.
Yeah.
You've also gone through so many turning points, like, you know, falling in love and then graduating high school and making decision for your future and all that stuff. How did it help you to make a second album?
Well, that's what happened. I fell in love, fell out of love, was sad, happy, graduated, you know. Just growing up within my household. And then I was doing a TV show at the same time, so it was like I was always working. But I wanted this album to be about me. And I knew I had to wait a long time to go through certain things in life I had to go through, and I knew that would take a while. And plus, I wanted to find the right music that my fans could relate to, because I read on the internet, they write me and they say what they want. You know, the fans always do that, and I always pay attention because they're the reasons why, you know, people like me are here. You know, I can't just take the credit. A lot of it has to do with the fans. And so I always try to consider what they want also. And they wanted something that came from me, my heart, what I've gone through. And that's why I co-wrote a lot of the songs on my album, because I wanted it to be about me. And that's exactly what it was. I fell in love, fell out, all that stuff you just said, that happened to me.
You and Monica.
Yeah.
Now I'd like to talk about the girl, The Boy Is Mine. Okay, and then you and Monica have received Grammy Award.
Yeah,
and
how
I'd
cool
like
is that?
to congratulate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
I always wanted a Grammy.
All right, so you accomplished one more thing.
Yes,
again.
that's a great thing to accomplish a Grammy.
Okay, when I heard this song, I thought of Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney's.
We had no idea that that was happening. The Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
We never thought of that song.
Yeah.
To do The Boy Is Mine. So that was sort of weird, because as soon as it hit, everybody was comparing it to that song. You know, so I was like, hey, we're compared to Michael Jackson, so that was cool.
Yeah. So whose idea was this?
Well, first, the song was originally wrote for me. I was supposed to do it alone. But when Rodney and I were writing the lyrics, I was saying, you know, we were watching Jerry Springer. That's a famous show back in the States where girls just fight insanely over guys. And I was thinking, you know what, maybe we should do this song as a duet that's never been done like this before. Like, we're singing back and forth. We never sing together. You know, I was talking to Rodney about it. I said, you know, the only girl that'll work is Monica, because everybody thought that Monica and I didn't get along. You know, so that was the perfect person to do the song. It wouldn't have worked without Monica. I can honestly say that that song would not have been as successful if it wasn't for Monica. And the same with me, because everything matched, because everybody put us against each other. So once we were on a song together, everybody was like, oh, Brandy did a song with Monica. I thought they hated each other. They went to the store and bought it. It was the perfect idea for girls that fight over guys. You know, even though I would never do that. If you want him, you can have him. You know, so that's the way I am. I don't fight over guys.
So did you enjoy recording with her too?
Yeah, I did.
And then you're not getting, you guys are getting along together, right?
I have a lot of respect for Monica. I don't ever see Monica. But I hear the nice things she says about me in her interviews, and I say nice things about her, but I can't really say that we're friends because I don't ever see her. We've never really hung out except when we did the record. Like, we went to Magic Mountain, we went shopping, you know, when we did the record. But other than that, I haven't seen her in a long time. Since the Grammys, actually, because we went to the Grammys together.
I think this is very important to mention to your fans, that you're also the founder of the nonprofit organization, the Norwood Foundation.
Yeah, Kids Foundation.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Norwood.
The Norwood Kids Foundation.
Kids
That's my last name. It's my daddy's
That's
name.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It's a foundation, and it says Norwood Kids Foundation, but actually it's for everybody. You know, we have the parents come and help the kids. We have a tutoring program, we have a choir, we have a drill team, a dance team, and you know, some of my dancers that used to dance with me, they help out. You know, my friends are involved, my family's involved. It's just about helping others and giving back to the community. And actually, I want to make that a worldwide thing, because it means a lot to me when I used to see Princess Diana in Africa helping out African kids. And to me, giving back is the most important thing, because when you leave the earth, you should be known for how good you were, how positive you were, what a good role model you were to other people, you know. And when I was in church, I saw my dad being a role model for everybody in my church. All the kids love my dad, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, you know, I want to be like that. And that's the way I'm trying to go now. You know, I'm trying to give back to the community, and not really for press to really know about it, for people to really, not for it to be a publicity stunt, just for the people, just for the kids, underprivileged, you know. It's really important to me.
Which song do you like most in your first album, Brandy?
See if I can remember.
Is that a Baby or?
No, it's not Baby. It's Always on My Mind. It's a song. It's number 10.
It's Always on My Mind?
Always on My Mind.
Okay.
I love that
Could
song.
you tell me why?
I like the melody. Yeah, I like the melody in the song. It's so pretty. It's always on my mind. It's just really simple and has a nice beat to it. I like it. It's really simple, you know. I like the melody of it.
How about the second album, Never Say Never?
The second album is sort of hard for me to point out just one song, because all of those songs are very true. I like the truthfulness in the songs. The one song that stands out the most, the message in one of the songs, is Almost Doesn't Count, because I don't think almost should be in the English language at all, because it doesn't count. It doesn't mean anything. Almost doesn't mean anything. And I think that's the one song that stands out the most. Also, Top of the World is basically telling you about my lifestyle, the way it looks on the outside, but on the inside, it's totally different. You know what I mean? And I like those kind of songs, the message in those songs. If people really listen to it, they can get something out of it. You know, so it's a lot on that album that I like.
You're involved with some of the songs. You also wrote the lyrics and melodies too. And then, do you expect yourself producing your own album by yourself, or in the future, or do you expect you're going to be the producer or something like that?
I can executive produce, but I don't feel it's weird, because I don't feel comfortable without my dad being there, or a producer that can help me, you know, with my vocals, or just tell me if it's right or not. I don't trust myself that much. I know I'm good at some things, but I'm not good at everything. And I'll never stop listening to people, you know. I think that's what's made me successful, because I've listened, you know. I don't think I know everything. I argue sometimes, but I don't think I know everything. I'm not trying to run a tour. I'm not trying to produce my own records. I'm not trying to do that alone yet, you know. When I get to Michael Jackson status, when I can make a couple records that don't blow up, then. But other than that, I can't do that. I can't afford to do that right now. You know, I keep trusting people. You know, that's important. I'm still 20. I got a lot to learn, you know.